What's good, fellas? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about our work life in our teenage years, in our 20s, and possibly even our 30s, depending on your life circumstances and situations. All right? How should your work life be? Me personally, I don't think you should be working any less than 60 hours a week. I think you should be working 60 to 80 hours a week. If you're trying to be great, you can't you can't be sitting around for an extra 40 hours a week. Like it doesn't make sense. And I feel like people, the way they look at time is the same way. I'm a trainer, I'm a coach. So it's the same way how like a lot of people and a lot of my clients, they look at calories and they look at food. Okay? They overconsume, and they don't ever realize like, wow, like I'm really eating a lot. Everybody swears they're eating less than they actually are. Everybody swears there's something wrong with them. They have some issue. They have all these labels that they're giving themselves. When they finally decide to track their food, they see, oh wow, like I really am eating a lot. And I find this to be the same with our week, you know, how our work week and just life throughout the week goes. Okay. We have 168 hours in a week. 7 days a week times 24 hours. All right. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours a week. Okay. Right there, you got about 112 hours left. If you go to work, let's say the normal, typical American work week, 40 hours. All right. We take 40 hours, take that away from 112. That leaves you with 82 hours. All right. You should be working out. You should be taking care of yourself and cooking, eating, showering, and commute time. Let's give you another 25, which is really generous, 25 hours a week of all of that: shower, commute, etc., etc. Okay, 25 minus 82, that is 47, I believe, close to 50 hours. Okay, if you have that much time left throughout the week, why do you need to spend that much more time doing leisure stuff if you're broke, if you're not getting anywhere with your life, if you're out of shape, if you're not creating your dent into the universe or adding some sort of value to the world? 50, nearly 50 hours a week? 50 hours. Let me make sure I did that right. 25 minus 82. 20. No, almost 60. 20 plus 47, that's going to get us 60, almost 57 hours. 57 hours, so nearly 60 hours a week. Why would you possibly need that much more time to sit around and do nothing when you can use that time to be working and getting yourself in a better position? Most of us are not going to have financially well off parents, not going to be getting inheritance. You know, if you're watching this channel, you're going to be the first person to be doing it in your family. At least that's what I want for y'all, to be changing that, you know, legacy and that path and that generation going forward. Okay? In order to do that, you're going to have to do an extraordinary amount of work and be taking an extraordinary amount of action. But if you spend nearly 60 hours a week doing nothing, how are you going to get there? Even 60 hours, if we bumped it up to 60 hours of working, okay, and we did uh 60 hours of working, so we take another 20 from that 57, that brings us to 37 hours. That's still a significant amount of time. You can take a full day off, you could take a whole 24 hours off. That leaves you with 17 hours to do whatever you want. That's a more, you know, feasible for a broke person. That's more feasible for somebody that does not have anything going on for themselves. If you already got all of that, that's a different story. But if you don't, there's no reason why you need 60 hours a week to do absolutely nothing, or a bunch of materialistic stuff, or mindless dopamine chasing activities. There's no reason. So, you're in your late teens, you know, I don't know, whenever you can start working, 16, 18. When you're in your teens, I don't think you got to go too crazy. If you want to, that's great. It gets you ahead, you know, but you still want to enjoy your life, especially as a kid and as a teenager. But after that, man, you got to be working. You got to. Now, how do I define work? I don't think work is just what you're getting paid for. That should be important, and if it is that, that's great, especially if you don't make a lot of money. If you make minimum wage or below minimum wage, or not below minimum wage, but below a decent cost of living, you know, being able to take care of yourself, you're going to have to work more than 40 hours a week, especially nowadays, to do that. But I consider work that total working time, the 60 to 80 hours a week, I consider that uh, what you do to get money, income. I consider that work. Direct income, money for the now. What you do to get money and income for the future. So studying skills, going to school, learning a trade, getting certification, doing things like that. Um, Things that are going to better yourself. If you're learning how to fight or box, or if you want to learn a new language, I've been learning Spanish for the past 7 months. You know, um, acting, like whatever, whatever useful skill that raises your value, that's what I consider work. Taking care of your health, going to get these walks in, getting these workouts in, etc. These are things that I consider work. But primarily, again, because when you're young, you're more than likely not going to have a lot of money. So the bulk of that should be focusing on getting money directly for now, or working on learning skills to get money indirectly for the future 6, 12 months, 24 months, however long that is. Okay? But you should not be spending 60 hours a week playing video games, watching TV, and etc. That is way too much time. Way, 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 way too much time. So, I got a challenge for you guys. Do the exercise I just did. You know you have 168 hours in a week. Open up your calendar, look at your day to day, and see how is your time broken down. What are you doing? Where's all this extra time going? I had a mentor open my eyes, show me this a few years ago. Now I want you guys to do it, to see what are you using your time for. Are you using it wisely? Are you using it to get better? Are you using it doing things that actually matter? Spending time with quality people, learning, making money, taking care of yourself? Or are you doing the opposite? Dwindling down into nothing, useless, no value, and hanging out with low lives. That is the message for today. Up your work life. Don't worry too much about balance. And honestly, like, you can balance it out. It's just not going to be the way most people want it to be, which is just lounging around. It's going to be very strict and just work 12 hours, study for 2 hours, work out for an hour, 30 minutes, make my food, go to sleep. It might be like that for a few months, a few years, but you have to be okay with that if you want to be great. If you don't want to be great, it's the wrong page for you. I'm sorry, this is the wrong channel for you. But anyways, that's the video for today. I want y'all to be great. Take care. I'm out. Deuces.